Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you in the boarding area going to D.C. with us, we are honored and lucky enough to have 3 Vietnam veterans flying with us today. If you don't mind, just give them a round of applause. Tell them how grateful we are. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I was doing my boarding pass. Alan, basketball. Hey.
Come on, Alan.
Not everyone gets a jetway and engaged jetway.
I'll be alright, just miss me. This is me kissing you. X's and O's. Loaded up and shooting like buddies, like he ain't scared of night, but the same money and they all had. Cause she calls me honey, but they take it home. Cause I don't be the good one. Loaded up and money in my shoe. Kick up my gun and get back to work. And it keeps me driving home.
Have you heard this song, Ron? Have you heard this song before? Do you know what the meaning of it is?
Letter from home. It's a guy writing gets a note from his kids. And he writes it, reads it, and puts in his thing. It's got a good video. Watch CMT.
From your father.
And it keeps me driving on, waiting on. Letters from home.
So I heard that song one day driving home from work, and with all my honor flights, they do what's called mail call, and they get family and friends to write letters and hand them to the soldiers on their way back after their tour of DC. So what I did, since we're not on a real honor flight, I got a hold of your wives, and your wife sent out emails to your family and friends. And so we now have...
Excuse me, ma'am. I have a letter for Mr. Ron.
Wow.
Terry, Mr. Terry.
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 Harry.
Mr. Mosier.
Mr. Mosier. So those are letters. There's also some letters in there from school kids. You may know some people, you may not know some of the people, but anyways,
Okay.
we just want to let you guys know there's a lot of people who love you guys.
Oh, no. Are you kidding me?
All right. Let me answer Terry's question. Would we? Okay. I know you want honesty. Williamsport has a bond that other people do not understand.
I understand that
All right?
completely.
So for we to say how we would treat you differently if you were one of us, I couldn't tell you the truth. Because, you know, we checked it, but you just don't have that exact bond. Believe it or Ted Fall, Brad Johnson, well, all this.
Brad a Marine?
Uh-huh.
I saw the hat, but I didn't think he was.
He's a nun. We all have this one little there's a special bond. My sons can relate to Ronnie,
Yeah.
okay? Or I can relate to every one of those guys out there that said Semper Fi. Everyone.
Yeah.
So, would we treat you differently? I don't know. Probably not. Okay?
This is just too, like, way too.
Mr. Hank. Oh, God.
Like I said, you may not know some of the people. You may know a lot of the people. And then there was a school from Clinton, Oklahoma, where my friend's a school teacher, and another school from North Carolina.
I don't know. I don't think any of my brothers wrote. Hank.
Well, this is going to be a hard one to beat.
Want to read it?
From a Livingston Charter Middle School in Greenfield, South Carolina.
That.
And how did that get to us?
Little bird.
Dear veteran, thank you for your amazing service to this country. I understand that I would not be able to have so many privileges without your sacrifice. I'm a 7th grader at Langston Charter Middle School in Miss Cannon's 5th A leadership class. It's difficult for me to even begin to understand how challenging it must have been for you. You are very brave. I am very grateful for your service. I hope you enjoy your trip. Sincerely, Aaron. And these are people that don't know us, Tom.
I like this one. They gave me a thank you.
I'm going to sign to you a little more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I would have known. I would have brought my glasses so I could read them.
Oh, you can use mine.
Oh, I have mine. You want to borrow mine?
Sure.
I have mine in here.
Oh my God. Vietnam Service Medal. Where's that from?
Here you go.
I wonder who this is.
I don't know if those will help you or not.
Yeah.
And I do.
Is that from your kid? Ronnie?
Yeah.
Well, I hope the song makes more sense now. There's a guy talking about his wife, his mother, or his girlfriend, his mother,
Yeah.
his father writing letters. It's Teresa Mack.
It's a really good thing you fought so hard to make it home so you could make me.
So you can make me. Hopefully it's from one of your legitimate kids.
That would be easier to put them back in.
You don't have to read them all right now if you want to.
Oh.
There's quite a bit.
How did you get Mike and Vicky right?
I told you, I had some help of some other elves.
This one doesn't even tell me who they are.
Are you sure? It's about the second page.
Oh. Joe and Jambor.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another beer when you're done.
Hey Ron, I do have a confession for you. The email went out with both Ron and Rob.
Oh.
And a few people who didn't know you wrote Rob, so there was a few that I tried changing it, and I apologize. It was my fault.
Mine says Mr. Mosher.
Well, if yours says Mr. Mosher, then they were probably a student of yours.
Thank you.
Anyways, I hope you guys want to say anything to your friends and family that are watching live on Facebook.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vic. Thank you. It takes me all night to get through them. I'm a slow reader.
Thank you everyone for your help.
I love the ones from the school kids that you run in. Way is grasping to 16.
Okay.
We're at the Korean War Memorial.
See the guy carrying the barrel, the tripod, and the ammo. Who's carrying the head? Number 50.
Yeah, they're the two Marines. And then the Navy Corpsman's with them.
I was about to say.
And then the Air Force is over here with the two with the machine gun are the Marines. And the way that you tell them is they have the fabric covers on their helmets.
Yeah.
They also have their chin straps fastened. None of the soldiers have their chin straps fastened. Then, of course, the corpsman's dressed the same way the Marines are.
Yeah.
And yesterday we had a special treat. The very first statue you see as it came in.
Yeah.
Some of these are based on actual people. He was here yesterday.
Oh wow!
God.
And so I mean, it was amazing.
Was that his first time?
Oh no, he's like head of the commission that he's overseeing. You know, he does a lot with the memorial. He's the one that drove to get the wall put in. I don't know if you know they're going to put a wall in with all the names now. That was just signed into law last month.
Oh wow!
But his story was he served in Korea, and he was. People talk about how cold it was, and he's a good example. He had his arm blown off in fighting, and it was so cold it wouldn't bleed.
Oh my God.
And so they just kind of wrapped it up, and he kept leading. He was a lieutenant, and he kept leading his troops. And an hour later, his leg got blown off. And he said there's a interview, oral history online with him, and he said that was a case where the cold probably saved his life.
Yeah.
He would have bled to death with those.
Out for sure.
But he had a waiver, and they let him stay in the Army for 30 years.
Wow.
And with that disability. But it was incredible seeing him here yesterday.
Amazing. Now, who is the guy that's got the soft hat on?
That is the Air Force Forward Observer.
Oh,
And
okay.
the interesting thing is when you take a look at the combat footage from Korea, in many cases that is what the troops are wearing in the firefights.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want a helmet because you're going to freeze your ears off if you had that.
Yeah.
And so that was actually, in some of the heaviest fighting, that was what they would prefer to wear, just because it protected them from the cold.
Yeah.
And they, I had one vet say, "Hey," he said, "What was the chances that you're going to get hit with something you really need your helmet for?"
Yeah.
What was the chance you're going to freeze your ears off? 100%.
Yeah.
It's like, make a choice. So now the sculptor is the one over there, third. He's number 5. Can't see. He's on the inside of this guy here, and that's Frank Gaylord. And then his commanding officer in the Battle of the Bulge is the one right here, with the radio, kind of looking back.
Yeah.
He went on to serve in. He was in Battle of the Bulge. He was wounded in Battle of the Bulge. Went on to serve in Korea, received Silver Star, and then was one of the first Special Forces commanders in Vietnam in the early days of the Vietnam War.
Interesting.
So he had a long, long history. Okay.
About a bullet.
There's open
The Volcano Islands.
But my dad was 5 foot, about 5'7" on a good day. Drank 1.5 gallons of water the day he got into the Navy because he was underweight. So he weighed it up. He weighed 128 pounds. Just barely made it. But he said he was one of the skinny guys, so he was harder to hit. He said, "Guess it didn't work, did it, Dad?"
So what do you think of this day so far, Terry?
I think it's wonderful. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great tribute to the many, many people that went there so we could build this here. And so everybody you see can walk around without worrying about somebody robbing their homes just because they're the wrong this or that, and there's way too much of that going on anyway.
Yes, I agree.
And yes, are we still on video?
Yes.
As I said before, I wish I would have brought my dad here, and maybe he could have left a piece of what he had in his heart here too.
Well, this is dedicated to your father as well.
Yes, sure is.
Beautiful, beautiful place.
One of the last things Dad said before he passed, on his last night at home before he took him to the nursing home for a day and a half, was that he said the commandant had called him to duty. And that's when he was ready. It's amazing. He was 17 when he went in also. He died at 97. It's 80 years. And he still died knowing the commandant was calling him to duty. I think he never give that up, ever.
He'd be very proud of you.
I know
He's
he
going to
is.
be with you at the law.
He is.
Arizona's over here on the other side.
Minnesota?
Oh, no. I forgot this was Minnesota.
Same state then?
Yeah. He's in Minnesota. Yeah.
and you know
Well, the Clintons and
they'll do anything to win. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
very well. And she lies all the time. Now, did you get all
the helicopter.
Huey's coming to pick us up.
Hey,
Sorry, our time is done.
Yes, sir. We want you to take the 4 of us.
Oh, sure.
I want her in the picture.
Yes, sir.
Make us look.
And Lee's on the same one. Is he? Yeah, he killed. One's killed like on the 8th, the other one on the 25th. They're on the same one.
Oh, my guys are right together.
Your heads start with an A.
The first guy that killed starts in the middle.
In the middle?
In the
And then
middle.
walks
He
out?
goes that way and then back
Oh,
down.
okay. I guess we're going 50 down.
Do you guys want these flags?
Yes.
Take your time, bud. Got all day.
Got 2 hours before sun goes down.
Lost son of a bitch.
Do they have the years? It's chronological. Do they have the years?
It starts out with the first year in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And it goes that way. 59.
Goes out to the east, which is May 25th, 68. Goes back this way, May 25th, 68, into the last.
And where does 69, 70?
69, 70 would be in this area here. Look on the back of this.
They got dates by year, months, and day.
And it'll tell you what panels they represent, the time frame. There's your cheaters out.
Gotta have the cheaters, you know. Thank God I saw better then.
Yeah, I think we all. Well, I think we all see better now without the glasses, mostly. So it tells you panel alignment where that date starts. And down
15
one, that's
W.
where it stands.
So 15W.
Right here is 31W, so you continue down to the right till you get to 15.
Okay, and And then from line 113 down?
That would be that year, that month.
Yeah.
That's the next month when it falls on through.
So all the way down to 9 and to 6. So I keep heading that way.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yeah. Saved. Was December of '69. And then I left.
So 67 would be this.
Oh, on the other side, yeah. And we'll get 67. We're going to be on the opposite side, starting in 15.
Tommy, you said you were coming this year.
Yeah. Did you, Rich was this here.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he's Murray?
Yeah. He was this year, man.
You know, I go by that sort of like kind of tribute. I completely escaped from.
No dates, we can figure out the date too.
Yeah, I got it.
No, I mean more specific.
The actual
depending
date.
on- Yeah.
So hot.
I read your stuff. Right? It's one of those kinds of books.
So if we can't, nobody else can. For dust off.
Oh, yes.
Look at the pin. What is he? Is that a medic?
Yeah. Corman.
Yep.
One of the tougher jobs.
Oh, just your emails back and somebody sends I think it's just made up like a news story. Yeah. But the keywords are on these things. Opening morning, because on the day. Okay, let it out. Yep.
You're right, we could have no go off on this. We can't handle.
We'll have a few beers for him.
Yep. I think I'll break my one beer. My one beer silence will be broken tonight. And I know I'm being silly,
No, you're not.
but I know they don't feel bad that I don't remember the names. You know, I remember the times.
Yeah. It's been 50 years, man.
Yeah. And I don't apologize for calling any of them crazy for some of the things they did. That's a good view. Angle to the
Oh, I noticed
monument there.
each one of these Eagle dust off have different names. Suspect for people on the wall. Yeah. Looks like there were quite a few of them. snow now. Worse than the snow.
They lose.
I should, just too fast.
Mine's got a 4x4.
Says it all.
I found him.
Find Rocky.
Yep, and Lee.
It's warm.
Come down in the summertime.
Huh?
Our record temperature's 150.
Then you can charge yours when you get in the car.
I don't want to die by what she said. I want to finish filming this.
Should we go get Rocky?
Yep.
They were in a helicopter. Charles Honor was on there. There were 7 aboard the helicopter. They get some power. See, they're not together because within a day.
That picture.
Yeah.
So the day starts with Collier. And it comes down through the D's, the J's, the O's, and that day ends.
And he did go by fast.
Booker T. Washington.
The musician.
I happened to look up and I saw that.
Yeah.
Booker T. Washington. Booker T. and the MG.
Yes, no, I love them.
Rocky D. Ramsey.
And I just want your permission that you're in the video, Rocky.
And Leroy Spiller the third. Yep. Go. Now it's Miller time.
Where's Rocky's name?
Rocky is right there.
Yeah. Tell me about Rocky.
Tell you about Rocky. We just nothing great to say about him. We're grunts together.
She's just one of the guys with you?
We're just one of us.
And the same thing with
Leroy. Yeah.
Where's Leroy? Spiller.
Yeah, we're just a couple grunts.
I hear you.
That's all we were. Nothing special about any of us.
There was a lot special about you guys.
Ah.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, it was us.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't want to feel it cold. But Hank is right in the sense that every name on his wall, there's nothing special about them, really. They're just Americans. That was very special. And we did what we thought was right. No matter what they say now. And no matter what I've said, I do apologize. I apologize to every one of you guys. We did what we thought was right. That's what counts. And let's hope they stop building these. Don't need more walls full of dead people. But it is a beautiful place. I'm kind of glad that a lot of the other places are a lot more fountainy and kind of fancy looking. I think this is more fitting to be more kind of quiet, kind of. But now I have Rocky and Leroy's permission to use them in my video, because their names are in my video. You know, those are the two stencils right in front of them. It's Rocky and Leroy.
Because both of them died in 67, August 67. Within how many people of each other? Let's see.
And from what I understand, this area of the wall, this was the real ugly area of the wall.
And
This
this
was
is
when
the
it was,
Tet Offensive.
yeah, 67, 68, the Tet Offensive. By the time we got there,
Ay, ay, ay.
Leave the demons.
by the time we got there, these guys right here done most of the tough work.
The thing to do is touch the wall and leave your shit here. That way it stays close to them.
Yep.
Show you something that'll break your heart. See the star? What's on the star?
So many others. Child. Yeah. It just didn't seem as bad. So he didn't make
Thank you for your service.
Of course.
What does that mean?
It's all veterans from the different
We're all
wars that are
veterans
coming
from
out here.
Nevada.
They bring them all in.
We represent all the wars from World War II all the way. We have representatives from World War II all the way to the latest conflict.
Now hold on one moment. I want to get one this way.
Everyone that you see wearing red
I saw you a while ago, and I want
All of us that have the red on are all on our trip.
Yeah, you can put them on. People's stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, this one is 100 honor flights that have happened all over the U.S. This is the first one after the
helicopter he was on that day, they all disappeared on a night mission. And we searched and searched and never could find it. Finally, the helicopter was seen 2 years later. It must have had an engine failure and fell through the trees and then kind of buried in the
Brush, all the jungle, yeah, vegetation.
And they got, of course, they found it 2 years after they went down. They didn't find any body parts.
No remains.
No remains. Joint Pacific Accountability Command, they're still going to World War II crash sites. They dig down, they sift the dirt, looking for anything they can get DNA from.
Right.
I've been to this site twice.
You have?
No, I have not.
Oh, they have?
And
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, ma'am.
Number 5.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Where did Terry go?
I was looking for him.
Oh, he's up there.
Up there. Yeah.
First Native American
Honor flight.
honor flight.
Yeah, they're from I said,
Nevada.
I said,
Yeah.
are you from Arizona? He goes, no. I said, dang.
There are a lot of Marines in it.
Especially Nevada.
How you doing?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. I really am.
Any thoughts?
The best thought of the day came from Joe. Lots of great thoughts from you and Hank and Ronnie and my wife and my therapist. But one of my fears of being undeserving to come here was answered by Joe.
So was it what you expected? Or
Yeah.
better? Worse?
It's better.
Good.
It's not as bad as I expected it would be on me. And I really do think the comment that Joe made that reminds me that we all left a piece of us. And I've been missing that piece for a while. And I hope that I get that piece back by coming here. And I don't feel guilty about not being on the wall. And I'm so glad that her mother hen brought me here. And my brother Ronnie, who I slept with last night, in a nice way. We had 2 beds and we didn't push the beds together after all. We couldn't move the nightstand, okay? Otherwise...
That's what I figured.
I'm just very thankful right now. I really am.
Okay, let's go get a beer.
And now a word from our sponsor. That's going to be Miller Lite.
Miller Lite, yeah.
What happened to Ling Ling?
And I thank you so much for bringing me here.
You're welcome, sir.
And this guy, I thank so much for
Ron, what?
being able to look into his eyes and know that I'm not alone in that thought. And because I can't stay too serious too long in case my therapist Sherry sees this. And then there was Hank, who was no goddamn help at all. Oh, wait a minute, there he is.
Okay, it's pure dark.
I want to do one more thing if I can before we leave. Because you're standing here. I want to thank you for your service.
Thanks, same to you. All right.
And I want to
We're
thank
outta
you
here.
for your service.
We're out of here.
And let's
It's in the Miller time.
let the boys rest. We're going to go have a Miller for you.
Squirrel.
Right now, I think I might have to go have 2. Squirrel! There is. There's a squirrel right there. Squirrel!
anything else you want to say?
Now, very briefly, I would like to ask you, young lady, how do you think you did with the 2 easy guys and the 1 trouble guy?
I don't think anyone was trouble. You're gonna make me cry. I'm already emotional.
You just filmed me for 10 minutes crying. It's your turn.
This is very hard for me too because of my father. So
I know.
it's truly an honor to be able to escort you guys here and help in whatever healing you can get from this.
May I add something?
What?
The healing I feel in my heart right now. If I could give some of that to your dad, which you are giving and which is this, it'll be your day to come home. Okay?
Thank you for letting me escort you guys here and help in your healing. I've had a great time.
An absolute angel.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is my new.
Specifically, George Washington Clark Custis, the grandson of Martha Custis. After the death of her first husband, Mary, George Washington. George and Martha Custis Washington didn't raise little Washy, as they called him, as their own son. He grew up, got married, had a family. In 1831, his daughter, Mariana Custis, got married to Robert Edward Lee, then a United States Army lieutenant. Brief interlude, driver's side, the statue there is the mother of the South, looking south for 482 sons. That is the Confederate Memorial. Confederates re-adjourned here in 1901 as a gesture of reconciliation between North and South. Note the headstones in Jackson Circle there are pointed on the top, not rounded like all the rest of the headstone, standard headstones. Keep that in mind for a little story. 1802, George Washington Clark Custis started building a beautiful mansion high up on the hill here, looking over what was developing as our new nation's capital of Washington, D.C. 1843, if you look over the driver's side, behind the cross before the wall, slave born here. The Custis family owned slaves until George Washington Clark Custis' death in 1857. James Parks was born. After his emancipation, stayed on here to live and work. Dug the first graves in the cemetery, became the first caretaker when he died in 1926. He was buried here.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The ceremony that you are about to witness is an Army wreath-laying ceremony to be conducted by Cub Scout Pack 209. it is requested that everyone remain silent and standing during this ceremony. All military personnel in uniform will render the hand salute, and it is appropriate for all others to place their right hand over their heart upon the command of present arms. Thank you.
Order! Off!
Please stay to your right. Please stay to your right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Ah, I feel like a whole new man.
Oh, we're streaming live, I guess.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Tell them how much fun you had.
We had a lot of fun.
Are you sure?
Partying is such
I wasn't 100% sure having a good time or not.
Oh, God, look at this. Hey, turn around and look.
I know.
Oh, yeah. This is embarrassing. This other kicked your ass.
I didn't think you saw that. Like, oh shit.
This is when she...
How are you? Thank you guys so much. Oh, come on, Marla.
I got it. I just said, give me a second. Thanks, Marla.
My God.
Like all rock. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you. Hi, how are you? Oh my God, welcome. Thank you. This was part of it. Thank you. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. My coworker couldn't be here, and I was like, oh shit. Oh, thank you. He's gonna die.
I'm Ron.
Hi, Ron.
You did such a super job with the pictures.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. What a great community you guys are.
This is a monument for the nurses that tried to save our boys, that we built this wall for. In harm's way, they fought alongside of us in their own way. This is a face of somebody that's helping the ones of us that came home so we can be healed. They tried, and she keeps trying. And I mean that from my heart. And I thank her for that.